All right, joining us now here on set, Geoffrey Skeggs, as sommelier and a professor at Algonquin, as well as Steve Benson, who's a mixologist. Great to have the two of you guys here. And we are stepping back in time. There's a wonderful event happening at the Billings estate. You can kind of give us a rundown because it's a great combination of what you know and trying to get people involved.
Absolutely, it's a really fun event. It's everything sort of 20s, so it's 20s music, 20s cocktails, and all sort of hidden behind the doors of a museum turned speakeasy. So it should be a lot of fun.
Okay, what does that mean? You have so many people that come out to the museum,
right.
And so it's really bringing a different crowd to see this environment, but also to kind of, I think the stepping back in time, the 1920s, and seeing what type of cocktails they made and the kind of dress, it's got to be a ton of fun. For
sure, I mean the cocktails in that era are generally going to be things which are going to mask the alcohol, so we're going to have a fair amount of sugar, fair amount of acid like lemon, and that was done for two reasons. One, the liquor itself was a little bit of questionable quality back then, and secondly, after you left the speakeasy, you didn't want to be sort of caught for busting as being as a scofflaw, violating liquor laws, so you wanted to appear as if maybe you just had a fruity drink.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of lemon and sugar. It's something that, some of us might still do with like a lemon drop, let's say, something like that. Now, you tend to make some of the best drinks around the city. Was it fun for you to work with different alcohols or make different combinations for this?
Yeah, it's the Prohibition era cocktails aren't something that I do a whole lot.
Okay.
So going back, researching and checking into some new stuff was really fun. Really interesting era to get into cocktails.
So what did you find was popular? What are you going to be mixing everything with?
Actually, speaking of scofflaw, we're going to be doing homemade grenadine. Obviously, they didn't have store-bought. We've got a honey syrup and lemon, and that's really the ingredients we're going to be putting in.
Okay, can we make one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get going.
As we're making drinks, can people get in on this? So what are we looking at in terms of the evening and how people can get involved?
The evening runs 7 to 11 p.m. and we're going to
It's this Friday.
It's this Friday.
Sorry,
yes, Leanne.
It
is
7
this
to
Friday.
11.
7 to 11 this Friday. They can buy their tickets at the door or by calling the museum in advance.
Okay. Just need to be of 19 years of age.
19 years to get in, yes.
Double checking that one. Because a lot of people tend to go to that museum. They might be a little bit younger.
A little younger, yeah. There'll be different demographic this evening.
No apple juice.
No apple juice. Well, we will have, because the Billings were known in public as teetotalers, people who sort of were in favor of prohibition. Behind these sort of confines of the museum doors, they were more likely to imbibe a little bit. But the public face of the Billings certainly seemed to be one that was of prohibitionists. So we will actually, of course, have some non-alcoholic drinks on site too.
I think it's a great idea. Will everyone be dressed up?
Absolutely.
You're hoping everyone comes dressed up?
It's a great opportunity to dress up in your 20s period. So we're hoping the ladies come out and rock their flapper dresses, and we'll switch it up and do something a little different ourselves.
Look at you.
There we go.
Look at that.
Bee's knees.
That's awesome.
Bee's knees.
So I don't even know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
How that all ended
That
up
was so
together.
fast.
Yeah, it was so fast.
That's okay. Just try it.
Well, that's really nice.
Yeah, so we've got
very fresh.
Very fresh, yeah.
Well, you just made it, but it's
fresh flavor.
That's really neat. So that's one.
So that's gin. That's gin, honey syrup, and a little bit of lemon. The next one we're gonna do is the scofflaw.
Okay. The scofflaw?
Yeah, came about as a term in Boston to define somebody who was openly defying prohibition in sourcing, either making or sourcing alcohol legally. And what happened within days, a famous bar in Paris had come up with a drink called the scofflaw. So it was really quite a tongue-in-cheek beverage at the time.
That fresh lemon in there really makes all
really does
the difference. That's awesome. All right, so we'll have a chance. We've gone through beer and sandwiches and crazy stuff on the show already this morning.
Okay.
I'm sure one of the guys can have another part, an aspect of the drink, as I try to start with this one. Once again, you can buy tickets. It's from 7 to 11, Billings Estate, National Historic Site. Something you'll teach your students in class, right?
Absolutely.
This is what happened when we weren't allowed to consume any of the alcoholic beverages that you see here. And you can help out and buy some tickets for the event. Have fun in the 1920s style as well.
Thanks,
okay,
Leanne.
here, you know what? I'll try it just
that looks delicious, huh? You gotta give it a try.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to head to break. We do have the Ask the Expert coming your way with the Scottish and Irish store. Cheers.